church is closed. Well, Justina, one thing that I would love people to know, that you should know and people should know, is that church is where church isn't a place. It's a physical building, but prayer, you don't need to be in a church to pray. You can pray at home. You can pray anywhere. You can pray while you're doing literally anything. So
church at home.
This idea that you have to go to church, it actually frustrates me, because this is a common misconception with people feeling like they got to go to a place. There's no need to go to a place. Every place is a good place to talk to God.
So true. There's literally, you can talk to God anywhere.
Anywhere, anytime.
I was about to make a joke, be like, even at a concert, and then I realized, like, yeah, actually, anywhere.
Literally anywhere. You do a worship album. Carrie Vanderkloit says, does Haley love hockey as much as you do? Have you ever gotten her on the ice?
I know how to ice skate. I'm not bad. I won't fall all over the place. Can't ice skate as well as Justin can, but hockey was one of the only sports before we were together or before we were married that I actually did like and did enjoy and paid attention to, but I definitely got way more into it when we got married, because it's fun to share a sport that the other person likes and to share that interest, and I'll never know as much as he does, and that's fine, but to be able to kind of go to games, we used to be able to go to games and have a beer and hang. It's super fun.
So I made you a Leafs fan, big time Leafs fan.
Yes, you did. You converted me because I was a Rangers fan.
No, she's a Leafs fan.
Because I came from New York and honestly still love the Rangers. No hate, no shade. But I married a Canadian, so automatically I feel like I have to. We went to a Rangers Leafs game and I was like, can I cheer for both sides? And he was like, no, absolutely not.
Alright, it's true. Very true. Was it super fun being on Dave as Little Dicky? Is Little Dicky funny in real life, as he is portrayed in the show? Yes. The thing about him is he's that person in real life. He's just so.
That's why it's so funny.
Ironic. He's so what's it called? Just what's the word, babe? He's like.
He's just
funny. He's funny, but he's quirky. He's just like. I don't know, he is who he is on that show, pretty much.
Yeah. One of the hardest I swear I've ever laughed was with
him and Benny.
Dave and Benny. They were. It was the first time I ever met them, and they were telling me a story, and I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. They're very funny, and Dave is very, very funny.
Our cat is trying to get into our food.
She's a big girl.
What are you doing? You trying to get into our food? No. Don't get in our food. You're beautiful, huh?
She's a big girl.
Beautiful.
It's like a zoo here, you guys. We're trying to figure it out.
So, when a collaboration with David Guetta. I did a collaboration with him called To You. If you didn't hear it, it's a good one.
It's from back in the Gap.
Your roast a few years was the best. Was it hard to get up there in front of everyone and be a comedian? Well, I think the hard part was, I think sometimes it's hard to accept when just your mistakes, and a lot of them just kind of rip on all the things that you kind of messed up doing, which is I think it's good. It's a good way to make yourself more relatable, in a sense, make people just know that you help people to see that it's don't take yourself too seriously. If I don't have to take myself too seriously, you don't have to take yourself too seriously, because just feel in my position, you got so many people who just take themselves it's like so seriously. I don't know. That was.
I also think you have good comedic timing. It's not. I think it would be harder if somebody wasn't funny behind closed doors. It might be more challenging for them to like land their jokes and stuff. But he's funny behind closed doors and has good.
And they wrote all those jokes for me, so I didn't have to like think about all these funny jokes. They had like a bunch of comedy writers write that stuff, and so it was pretty easy.
Can't write your timing.
How do you maintain friendships while being married? Has it been more challenging? Love you too. Rachel Cron. So yes, it has been because of quarantine, and we've been in Canada this whole time and our friends are kind of mostly in California. So it's been difficult, to say the least, just staying connected, but we've been doing our best to do like Zoom calls and
well, they were saying it's harder when you're married.
Oh, when you're married, just
married
married.
To like keep your friendships when you're married.
It just things change, you know. That person, maybe the people that you went to for other stuff before, now just become your wife. For me, it is like that, and I've noticed that I'd way rather be with my wife than anybody else.
But I also think too, like it's important that even when you're married, that you can also have those people that you go to when, you know, sometimes there's going to be certain things that you want to just talk about with your girls or your guys, and it may not be like something the other person's that interested in, and that's totally fine in my opinion. I think that especially when you're as young as we are, it can be hard because not all of my friends are in the same place. But we still love each other to death, and we see each other when we can, and we understand that everyone's growing up and doing their own thing and living life. But you know, you can't. Here's my thing that I always say: you can't take everybody with you. You know, as you're growing and getting older and moving on in life, it's just not reality. So, you know, gotta figure out who those people and who aren't.
Heather Vargo says, my husband and I have been together and best friends for 21 years. I wish you both the same.
Thank you.
Fire.
That's
We will.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I love hearing about, you know, long-term success. My parents have been together for 31 years, so.
31 years, 31
I
years.
have this tape on my back and it's like peeling off and it's so uncomfortable.
She's got tape on her back.
Same.
Tape on her back. What?
She went nicey.
Ooh.
She went
potty on the things.
We get so proud of our animals when they do the right
Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Sing the next line.
thing. Oh, when the saints go marching in, I'm trying to read.
Oh, how I want to be in the number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. What time is it? Got married at 21 and we still going strong. The key is communicating and honesty no matter what. That is true. That is very true. You gotta stay. Pardon?
I was gonna say, like, I think in the beginning, honesty, like being completely transparent, can, for me, I guess it was hard because you don't want to feel judged by the other person, and you're scared that like they're gonna look at you differently. Like, oh, if they know that this happened, or you know, it can be hard sometimes. But
Yeah.
now it's like full transparency, nobody cares. But
Yeah.
it took a second to get there, especially talking about like your past and stuff. You know, it can be
What's
weird.
important about being in a relationship is like